ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to High on Sports. I am Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
And whether you are joining us tonight on your computer or on one of the many glorious apps, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. If you are not listening on one of the many glorious apps, remember to take your smartphone, go to the App Store, search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download. Simply install it. Search MSC Radio Network, hit play, and you are listening to us on the go wherever you may be. And again, we are a fully interactive show here. You can help program the show just as much as we do by calling toll-free 1-888-668-0742, emailing your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. Hit us up on the social networks at high_on_sports is the Twitter, or use the hashtag High on Sports. Facebook.com/High on Sports is obviously the Facebook. And highonsports.net is the website. It's got the archive of all our past shows, my blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is highonsports.net. We got a jam-packed show for you.
Join us in the chat room as well.
Absolutely.
The chat room's been getting real weird lately.
Has it?
I like that.
Who's that? What are you in there today as?
I am Von Halen.
Okay.
Always good. Always good. So yeah, go ahead and get into the chat room. MorningShowCentral.com/watch. It asks for a password. You do not need to put one. Just put a name, hit enter. You are chatting with us and whoever else may be in there tonight. All right. Well, this is a jam-packed show for you. It is round one. Let's go. All right. If there's any hardcore baseball fans out there, and I know there is, you might be a little mad at me here. Because I said something last week. I said I felt bad because it's baseball season. It's been baseball season. We're about 90 games or so in, and in some cases more. And I've said, baseball needs to be the like we've been talking baseball, but it needs to be the focal point of the show.
Yeah.
And I said last week after Dwight Howard hijacked the opening, I said next week it'll be the All-Star break and we'll have nothing but good old-fashioned America's pastime to talk about. And then the Cavs signed Andrew Bynum. So
yep, that takes
Let's break
precedence.
down Andrew Bynum. A 2-year contract Cleveland signed the oft-injured big man
And
to.
they couldn't have done it any better.
They covered their ass like professionals.
Yeah.
It is a thing of beauty, this contract. I don't want to hear anyone complaining that the Cavs signed Bynum. That's why I was telling everybody before. If you're familiar, if you have listened to this show for the years it's been on, I have done enough hate speeches about Andrew Bynum to make like an entire best of High on Sports.
Yeah.
Ralphie's rants against Andrew Bynum. I started to pull a couple. I thought it'd be funny if we looked at what I've said about him in the past, and I realized we don't have the time to play everything that I've said bad about him. And I also thought it wouldn't be in good taste right after you bring the guy aboard.
Right.
Let's hear all the crap I've said about him.
Yeah, we got to support local.
Deserving crap in the past. This is an opportunity. This is Andrew Bynum, fresh start.
Yeah, so stop acting
Fresh
like a fool.
start is what this is. He had to take a year off to kind of reset.
Yeah. A little bowling injury.
But no, I don't want to hear anyone criticize this signing because this is a brilliant, brilliant move. It's designed to totally work out if he works, and it's designed to also completely cover their ass if he doesn't. It's about $12 million a year. It's 2 years. Team option for the second year. So if he pulls what he did last year, barely plays, doesn't play, plays like crap, Cavs can just let him go.
Yep.
No harm, no foul. And then the other part is it's a $12 million deal after incentives. Incentives worth about $6 million. Meaning he is only guaranteed half of his salary. He's only getting $6 million unless he's actually playing a certain number of minutes.
Yeah.
Actually playing a certain number of games. Actually there and participating in training camp and everything. He's got to actually work to earn the money, which makes me wonder why every contract in sports isn't incentive-based.
I've been begging for it for years. Every contract should be basically incentive based, because then you can't get a huge $100 million deal and then go, oh, I got my money coming, F it.
And how many times is it? It's always so stupid, but there's trades going on or trade talks or something just because, oh, we're in a rough contract with this guy.
Yeah. Well,
how do you tell that to the fans?
Yeah.
How do you say, like, sorry, we're trading with, like, Joey Votto. Joey Votto signed, how many years was the deal he just signed recently? That was like 10 years. Yeah. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me tell you something. About the last 3-4 years of that deal, they're going to hate it.
Yeah.
Because it's backloaded to cost them more money then. And the fact that it's the National League for Cincinnati, so they can't switch him to DH.
Yeah.
Suddenly they're going to have a guy that's like too old to move around and play defense at all. But they're going to be screwed with him because they signed a guy to 10 freaking years. But, I mean, then what do? You trade him or something somehow. You move him, and then you tell fans, contractually, we were giving him too much money. So that's why we, just got rid of, your fan favorite. So, yeah, if you understood the business side, you'd be okay.
That's pretty much how it goes.
It just gets too complicated. Yeah. If everything's more incentive-based, then there is no bad contracts.
No, because if you have to pay them what you said you were going to, that means they're playing well.
Yeah.
It means they're deserving of it. But then you got other people who are signed to barely crap and they're lighting it up. And then you got others who they were good a couple years ago, so now they got these mega deals and now they blow.
I mean, Jamarcus Russell, I saw an article a couple days ago.
Yeah, all that crap money they had to give him.
Just the other day they had to give another $3 million to Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell, who is, as far as I know, eating his weight in donuts every day.
Yeah, he does.
For a living, professionally. No, he is trying to get back. Did you hear that? He's trying to make a comeback and everything.
What?
Garbage.
This is the
Canadian
Nathan's
football
hot dog tournament.
Let me say something, okay? I'm gonna name a sports media place by name is ESPN. It's great because it's a place to go for all the highlights and all that stuff. Sure, whatever. Although I'd much rather go to highonsports.net and see what's going on there. But anyways, that's just me. But they do these little pieces every once in a while. They have this guy, I don't remember his name, Rinaldi maybe. He's got a big mouth, big stupid looking mouth. And he does the little sob pieces or the comeback things, whatever. It's like, Tom Rinaldi has more. And it's just Jamarcus Russell in a hoodie running up some stairs as Radioactive by Imagine Dragons is blaring. It's just, he's ready to come back. It's like, no, he's still fat and still sucks at football.
Yeah.
You run him up all the stairs with all the hoodies.
He's still
play Eye of the Tiger. I don't care.
He's still a garbage-ass quarterback who never belonged in the NFL in the first place.
You're just trying to fill the 2.5 minutes you have between talking about Tebow or Brady or New York or whatever you're doing. I mean, it's just ridiculous. He's not... They try to put the spin on it like, oh, here he is. This is his rise back to glory. No, it's not. No. No one's going to give you a chance. Nobody wants you. It's like when T.O. did that thing where it's like T.O. was injured and everybody's like, well, but his career's over. And it's like, nope, I'm back. And look at me running and exercising and nobody showed up.
Right.
At first they tried to publicize oh, it's a big pro day for T.O. It's going to be like a scouting combine, but just for one guy. Nobody came. And then afterwards, Drew Rosenhaus's agent is like, yeah, well, people don't usually come to this thing. We'll send out the tapes.
Yeah.
They'll get some tapes. Who took a shot on you? The following year, Seattle invited you to training camp and then asked you to leave.
Yeah. They said, you can go home now. We don't want you.
It's just ridiculous. But either way, this Andrew Bynum thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that was 8 million steps ago. Andrew Bynum, it's a perfect contract. Because either way, the Cavs will come out just fine in this.
Yeah.
They'll come out unscathed. They'll either land the guy who started at center for the Western Conference 2 years ago and be able to secure him for an additional year without worrying about trying to re-sign him or worried about losing him next year. Or they'll get a bum that they just wasted $6 million on and then kick him to the curb.
Right? Who cares?
And I don't even want to get into what their potential next plan is for next offseason. So there's that elephant in the room that I don't feel like we should discuss yet.
No,
But
don't go there.
I'll say this. I will say this. This is just facts I'm giving you here. With everything the way it is, the salary cap the way it is, even if they bring him back on for his extra $12 million next year, they will be able to afford a max length, max dollar contract in addition to everything they have next offseason. I'm not saying that's going to any specific person, but I'm just saying hypothetically, if there was someone that would garner maximum dollar amount and maximum length, the Cavaliers can make that offer. They also hold, interesting enough, the reason they were really adamant about 2 years is even when these 2 years are up with Bynum, he'll be 27. He's 25 right now. 2 years from now, he'll be 27 years old. Let's say this is 2 good years. They will hold what's called his bird rights, which if you have a player after a certain amount of years, that means once he is a free agent, it'll be like it was when LeBron was leaving, where if you stay here, we can offer you the most money.
Yeah.
We can offer you more money than anywhere else. So the thing is, 2 years from now, if Andrew Bynum has 2 successful years and we'd like to retain him, the Cavaliers have that option of being able to pay him more money than any other team in the NBA would. So it's something to keep an eye on, and definitely one of the reasons they were really pushing for that second year in that deal. One more thing before, and then I promise we're gonna get into baseball. Meta World Peace was amnestied this weekend. I just want to share some of what he said on Twitter. This is when the rumor started to go, and at first it was Meta World Peace will be amnestied any minute now. Right? So we know it's like, it could be today, it could be tomorrow, whatever, but he's going to be amnestied. So maybe we go to his Twitter to see what his thoughts are. And he tweets this. He says, breaking news, guess what? I'm so sad to announce that I... ... And he ends the tweet there. And then the next tweet, should I say it? I just got the confirmation call, frowny face. Next tweet, okay, my breaking news is my oranges that I love will not be on sale at Whole Foods. Worst day ever. He elaborates, please, Whole Foods, put them juicy oranges on sale. Please.
Did you see the one where he says, I'm officially changing my name to Whole Foods Guacamole Dip? This is the best guacamole dip ever, or something like that? I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I can pull that tweet up right here. He says, he's like, he says something about, see, this is the only time I get airtime at ESPN. LOL, hashtag Whole Foods Guacamole Dip. Because that tweet got posted. ESPN shared that tweet on SportsCenter. This is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, he says, I think I'm going to change my name to Whole Foods Guacamole Dip. And he does go on to say, after the amnesty does become official, he proceeds to say, let me get it up here. I have it. He says, I have to amnesty my jeans. They're too tight. I think I also might wave my toothbrush. I need a new one. So clearly not taking any of this seriously, to say the very least. But that's what Ron Artest does. He's either joking, never taking stuff seriously, or mercilessly beating fans in their chairs. So I think I'll take this Meta World Peace, over Ron Artest.
Beating the crap out of fans.
Mercilessly beating fans in their chairs. Just without
I mean, the man did
mercy,
throw a beer
yeah.
on him. Well, he thought... I think
a man threw a beer on him.
And
not necessarily the one he
may
hit.
or may not have pummeled the wrong man, but he thought he was hitting the one who threw a beer on him. So, I mean, it was kind of warranted. Because, I mean, I'd punch a guy in the face if they threw beer on me. One, I don't want to be covered in beer. Two, that's a waste of beer.
All right, let's talk baseball as it rightly deserves. It is the All-Star break, people. I hope you are enjoying it. Any baseball player that's listening, hope you're lounging on some beach somewhere. But let's talk about the All-Star game. Obviously, there's things wrong with it. There's things right with it. Von Erich, there's an extreme growing, I think, with the All-Star game. People tend to view this as the worst thing or the best thing. What is it? Where do you stand as far as in comparison to other sports and things about the MLB All-Star game?
Well, baseball has a very long season. No one's going to argue that.
Absolutely.
And
162.
The All-Star break is the time of year when your casual fan and some people, that's when they really get excited about the season and say it's almost over. We're getting into the home stretch. More than half of the season is gone. We're going to watch all the All-Stars play, and then, I'm going to get real into it this second part of the season. And you see that a lot with people. So as far as, okay, yeah, it's not as competitive as a regular game, but what All-Star game really is, with the exception of NHL.
True. In the NHL, that one's just stupid. I'll be blunt. I don't care. They pick their teams with team captains.
Yeah.
That's asinine. That is just asinine. You're an NHL fan, you disagree, try calling me. You'll be wrong. I don't care.
Well,
1-888-668-0742.
West or
It should be East versus West, or however you're splitting this.
Yeah, I don't.
Didn't they change it now? Isn't it into thirds or something stupid?
It's in
Are they playing
no,
a game of
it's
33?
4. They split it like in time zones or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, but then how do they get to the finals? There's only got to be two conferences.
No, it's 4. There's 4
How
things.
are there 4 conferences?
There's like 4 things, and I don't. They changed it.
Divisions? 4, like 2 divisions in each thing? 4 divisions in each thing? Because it can only be 2 conferences.
Well, let's talk about the MLB All-Star Game, because that sounds like it's way easier to talk about than however hockey's doing their business right now. I don't know. Yasiel Puig, not an All-Star. Is that a crime, Von Erich?
No, not at all.
I agree.
Not even 2 months in the league.
Yeah, 1 month in the league. You're not making the All-Star team. Get the hell out of here.
I agree, but I disagree with the outrage of from the other side. I don't think he should be an All-Star, but I thoroughly disagree with those people that are like, hey, no, this is a legacy, a tradition. Everett Cabrera from the Padres made it. You know why he's in it? Because you have to have one Padre. I mean, there's quite a bit of people here. It's supposed to be all stars, not all
teams get a guy.
Exactly. Not everybody gets one. It's
I laid out
ridiculous.
A nice scenario for us before the show. We were talking about this a little bit. We have the fan vote in. You have 5 guys from each league. Now, what if we take the 5 teams that only have one representative? Say the guy from the Padres, guy from the Marlins, guy from give me another team here.
Jason Castro of the Astros, but that's in the American League.
Yeah, you take all these guys, put them up against each other, and then have the teams put a push behind their player. See if they really want an all-star and see who really deserves it. Well, I know with a vote you sometimes don't get a deserving player, but there'll be plenty of people who don't get a representative in the game, and teams are going to look bad, and they don't want that to happen.
Absolutely. It's flawed on some level, because we were talking about this earlier. Is the fact we're Indians fans, obviously, based out of the greater Cleveland area. Well, out of Cleveland, but we have a rooting interest right now. Most years it's usually All-Star game, good. We sent our guy, whatever. We got 2 guys in there. We got Masterson, we got Kipnis, and they're going out there to try to secure a home field advantage, because we're a game and a half out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
and anything can happen. So we are generally concerned about trying to get a home field advantage, because who knows what's going to happen. And we have to root for we have to hope guys like Jason Castro can get it done.
Yeah.
We have to hope guys from the Astros
especially
can make
late
things
innings.
happen.
Because that's when they get in there.
Exactly, that's when they're going to get in there.
And that's what I can't stand, is because
Evan Longoria is not an all-star.
Because the All-Star game...
But Ben Zobrist is.
It doesn't... It
like
shouldn't... If you go your whole season, you have the best record, you deserve home field advantage in the World Series.
Absolutely.
But yet, because of the All-Star game, which is mainly they're just going out there and having fun, yeah, they obviously are trying to win it, because the teams that are going to be in the playoffs, they want that home field advantage. But at the same time, half the team who knows they're not making the playoffs, they're just having fun. And if they screw up, they don't care. So then your team could lose home field advantage because some Yahoo was like, who cares? It doesn't matter to me. And It's just for fun. And and the All-Star game should just be for fun.
Jason Castro. I just keep going back to him.
Yeah.
What's going through his mind? I'm an Astro. I might as well be dead. Why should I try?
It's dumb. When did they start doing this with the home field? I don't remember.
Oh, it's been a few years.
Yeah, it's been at least 5 years.
We'll never forget the year they tied. That was the worst year ever.
And it was the year after that it meant something. It was for something. For home field advantage. Yeah. It was, Lord forbid, the team with the best record have home field advantage.
I know, right? They only won most games out of playing a 160-game season.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
You'd think the season would be worth something.
You think, imagine it... 2 years ago, it went to a Game 7. You know, two years ago I went to a Game 7. With obviously last year was a sweep, so I don't care where you are. The Giants win. But, I mean, 2 years ago, Cardinals, Rangers, it went to Game 7. Or even, compared to something fresher in everyone's mind, the NBA Finals.
Just went
Could
to
you
7.
imagine if they decided it?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if there was just...
Well, who won it? Did the West win? Because then if it
the West won.
If it was
The
in
West
San
won.
Antonio, I guarantee the Spurs win the championship if Game 7 was in San Antonio.
Game 6 and 7
Yeah.
would have both been in San Antonio.
And I guarantee they would have won. But, you know, the NBA does it the right way. Miami had the best record throughout the season, so they got home court, and that's when you need it. You need home court or home field for baseball in Game 7. So it's a freaking joke.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll do baseball a favor here. I'm not doing anything right now. I might as well do this. I'm going to fix the entire sport from the bottom to the top, just real quick. Baseball, you don't even have to pay me. I just want a plaque somewhere. I don't care where.
Some
kind of
saying
plaque.
you appreciate us.
I just want my
helping
name
you.
bronzed somewhere. I'll tell you
Somewhere
what.
high up where it can't be vandalized.
Exactly. No mustaches on my plaque.
Mustache.
I'll tell you what. Is there's two things you do. One thing I think you guys might agree with me on. The other thing is a little questionable. The first one is how to fix the All-Star game. Make it an All-Star weekend. Do what the NBA is doing, all right? Because you put, like, here's the game to decide home field advantage. Tuesday night. Like, what? Hope you don't have to work in the morning, but you do because you're a normal person. Like, it. So that's step one, is make this a weekend, having it end on a Sunday, right? Like, take almost exactly what the NBA has done.
Friday
All-Star
night would be
weekend,
the home run derby.
and throw in other things. Make a whole thing out of it. Don't be home run derby, All-Star game, everybody go home. Like, make some stuff in it. Throw in some other games. I would have the Futures game played at the same place. I don't know if it's still the same place. Is it the same place right now, or either way? I'd have it be a part of it. I'd have it be a showcase. Get some of these kids when, like, there's no Major League Baseball going on. I'll tell you what. I tuned into the very end of the All-Star Futures game yesterday because I was watching the Indians game. I care way more about what the Indians are going to do than some future guys who might be stars. I'll have the rest of their careers to worry about them. I get the Indians playing right now, you know? But you put that on a showcase where that's your maybe your Thursday night or Friday night or whatever. No other Major League Baseball games going on. And you have no choice but to watch that. And then, make it like the next day is like a home run derby. Maybe figure out something to do for pitchers. Maybe there's other skill challenges that they can come up with here. That it's not just the home run derby. And make the home run derby shorter. There's 3 rounds, 10 outs per thing. And you know what? Make it so when the ball, whenever there's a pitch, if you don't hit that, that's an out.
See, I don't like that, though, because sometimes your pitcher doesn't throw you a good pitch.
Well, you pick your own pitcher, so that's on you. Everybody picks their dads, so what are you going to do? Blame your dad. Everybody picks their dads.
I say let home run derby. Let them only get an out when they swing. Because if you get a crap-ass pitch...
all right, yeah, that's true. Your dad might hate you.
He could throw a beanball at your head and be like, this is for 15 years of being a punk-ass little teenager.
That's for ruining my wife's body. But anyways, oh, God.
That's great.
Either way, I'd drop it down from 10 outs or I'd drop it down to 2 rounds or something because you've got way too much going on. It's longer than the game. By that said, I will be watching tonight. But
yeah, it's still fun.
I'll probably tune in at least a little bit. But so I mean, and then you make a whole weekend out of it. And there's something you and I heard earlier, and an idea pitched and stuff that I think certainly has some merit to it. I wonder what Von Erich would think about this. Is Sundays doing double headers during the regular season instead of shortening the season or anything like that. Just Sunday is double header day. Everybody.
No, I don't like that.
I think it could certainly make things a lot more interesting.
That.
It gives them an extra day. It gives them more time off.
I don't like that.
Because they cram that day, 2 games into one day.
Nope.
There's always the weather factor.
That's true. And it does get a little more complicated when 2 games are rained out at once as opposed to 1.
There's also days when there's got to be a lot of roster moves.
True.
Bringing a pitcher up, so there might be some kind of new rule coinciding with that you might get a few extra guys
they do that a lot
for that day of the week or days of this. So I think if you give them a big enough or enough options as far as roster goes, maybe bump it up to 30 guys, so they have enough pitchers, and you got plenty of position players regardless. That it's feasible, but like I said, the weather is games are always weather permitting.
Certainly.
You cannot predict that.
I just think it's an interesting idea because everybody always wants to say this is the All-Star break. This is when everybody wants to fix everything. So because it's just like you said. This is when the casual fan is suddenly here. So it's people who have been sitting here watching the whole season and fine are just still watching it and fine. But these other people are just like, it's too long. That's why I can't pay attention. I didn't have a long enough attention span. But no, so this is when everybody wants to try to just come in out of nowhere, all the fans, and want to fix everything. And this is when people always start getting on the bandwagon of the season needs to be shorter. And I don't know if it does. I think there are a lot of games, but I think when you look at it, it's about as long as the rest of sports.
It's just because baseball is a sport where you can play every day.
Exactly.
Basketball, you can't. Football definitely can't because your like lifespan of players.
You'll die.
Well, I mean, not lifespan, but like sports lifespan. If you played football like 4 days a week, they'd all be like wheelchair bound by the time they're 30. They'd all be crippled in a wheelchair.
If you played a game on Sunday at about 1, then you played again on Monday night, you'd be dead.
Probably.
You would die. You would just be dead. Tuesday morning would be your funeral.
So it's not that the season's too long. I mean, I think, because it goes, April, May?
April, May, June, July, August, September, October.
So, I mean,
I'm not even counting it in November because that's
I think it's a little longer than other sports.
7.
But
what is basketball?
It's just because
basketball starts in what? November,
Yeah.
December, January, February, March, April, May, June.
Well, that's because they have 6 months of playoffs.
Half of June. So basketball's at 7.5.
That's because their playoffs last a month and a half.
Exactly. But baseball is all done and everything just in time for football to really be
and they can
taken over.
You can play every day. The only ones who can't play every day are the pitchers. The starting pitchers, because relievers can come in almost every day. So that's why it just seems extraordinarily long. But, I don't think they need to shorten
Exactly. And then how long is football? Football starts in September? If we're counting regular season football and everything.
January,
September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 6. But football's just so good. You don't need to. It's, they have to keep
18,
it. They keep us wanting.
It's 18 weeks, not including 18 weeks.
They keep us wanting the whole time. Basketball is a shorter season, or baseball is a shorter season than baseball. Baseball is a shorter season than basketball, but it doesn't feel like it because they are playing every day. I do like basketball that it's, about 3 games a week.
Yeah.
I think that's nice. I think it's a nice schedule. The one thing I don't like is that they're moving around constantly. It's like football. I always know it's like Sunday, Browns.
Yeah, baseball.
And again, that's because the Browns are never on a national showcase.
Hey,
but
sometimes
still,
we get Thursday night games.
Because they passed that rule that every team gets a national game. So now we get one a year. I love the Browns, but I'm just
I didn't know that was a rule.
Everybody gets one.
I thought they just set us up with Pittsburgh every Thursday because they know people would watch.
No, they started doing that because they had to.
Oh. Well.
But hey, I'd watch.
We're starting to be good. We're starting to be good.
Brandon Whedon,
right?
It's coming. Football. Can you believe college football starts next month? Poor baseball. Poor baseball. That's why I feel bad for baseball. College football week 1 is like the last day in August. Well, that still gives us the rest of July and into August to talk some baseball.
Well, first few weeks are usually Division II teams.
That's true. That's true. You get your little ones. So they got like week 1 or 2.
Sometimes they win. Michigan has lost to Appalachian State.
But they got a big one.
They
got a big one early. I want to say it's week 1 or week 2 or something. Alabama, Texas A&M.
Ooh.
To open the gate.
They've been doing that. Some schools have been scheduling big games early instead of all the softies. Because, what was it?
Yeah, it's the SEC
Ohio State
is
play
weird.
someone in the second week?
No, the SEC is weird because I remember Michigan fans were giving us crap because it was Michigan, Alabama week 1. But that's just because what the SEC does is they schedule these marquee things at the beginning. Then they'll play Fulham or something.
Yeah, they schedule theirs backwards as what everybody else does.
They'll play nobodies
in the
the last few weeks.
Yeah, because What they did, it's kind of smart because everyone with the BCS and all the voting and stuff, they only remember what you've done recently.
Exactly.
They never look back to your week one, whoever you played. So it's like, yeah, you're winning 50-10, 60-0 the last 2 weeks of the year. So hey, you're good. Well, no, it's because you're playing like Division 3 people when everyone else is playing their conference teams. They do it. The SEC does it completely opposite of everyone else. Like Ohio State, we start off playing Miami, Ohio, or fucking freaking Bowling Green. Which
that's the internet. We can do whatever we want. Woo!
But so yeah, and then when we get to the end of the year, then it's all the Big Ten schools. So yeah, they just do it backwards. So everyone's like, "Oh, SEC, we play hard people all year." No, you don't.
Yeah,
you end your season on the same softies that we start ours on.
Big Ten. That's what's up.
You.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, you're gonna find out what's urinating us off. We're gonna talk a little bit about more baseball. This biogenesis thing, we got an update for it. It could be bad. All that and so much more. You listen to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. The following message is for those with a credit score of 800 and below. Who wouldn't want better credit? Did you ever wonder how different life would be from just having a higher credit score? Are you tired of being turned down for any kind of loan or only offered high interest rates because your credit score is holding you prisoner? Life doesn't have to be that way anymore with access to Turnscor. By increasing your credit score only 50 to 100 points, it can potentially save you tens of thousands of dollars in interest over just a 5 to 10 year period. It can be the difference in getting approved for a personal loan, business loan, high limits on credit cards, a brand new car lease, or even a home mortgage. We see so many ads from companies that give us our credit score, but once we get our credit score, what are they going to do to actually repair your credit? Unfortunately, nothing. Until now, Turnscor is the first automated credit repair platform that is simple, safe, and secure. You'll be empowered right from the comfort of your own computer, so you can challenge and repair your credit report to ensure it's fair and accurate. Turnscor is specifically developed with you in mind. There's no more need for an attorney, credit repair companies, or credit counseling. More importantly, no more need for paying higher fees. Turnscor will help you get back on track and get the buying power you need. So whether you have bad credit, average credit, or even good credit, Turnscor is helping turn lives around one credit score at a time. Go to turnscore.com and enter the promo code MSC20 and get $20 off your purchase. That's TURNSCOR.com. TURNSCOR.com. Turnscore.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists, what if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Heat 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P Technologies has its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. With hundreds of live weather products and layers and thousands of combinations, Weather Studio provides a professional graphics and store monitoring solution without complex user knowledge and without the industry standard price tag of $1,000 plus broadcast systems. Weather Studio displays a plethora of critical atmospheric and geophysical data on an interactive GIS-enabled computer map. Get your free 14-day trial of Weather Studio at their website, weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. That's weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. Lakewood Computer, located at 14035 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, has it all. If you're in need of computer repairs or want to cut the cost of ink cartridges and printing supplies, count on Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio to provide it all. For the past 5 years, Lakewood Computer has been providing you with a huge assortment of computer equipment and services at very competitive prices. Lakewood Computer purchases and sells pre-owned desktops, laptops, and related equipment, and they offer outstanding prices on aftermarket printing supplies, including toner cartridges and ink cartridges. With 29 years of professional experience, Lakewood Computer is highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computing experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. That's joeslakewoodcomputer.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 855-580-0768. That's 855-580-0768. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. Call the show toll-free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com.
I know. Oh my God, I know what we're gonna do. Oh, it's so delicious, I can almost taste it.
If you're looking for the best sub shop in town, look no further. Hanini Subs, located at 7310 Lorraine Avenue, is the place for you. Stop in for a cold cut sub, cheeseburger and fries, wingdings and fries, and so much more.
I can almost taste it.
Hanini Subs at 7310 Lorraine Avenue is open 24 hours a day. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/burrito crazy. And if you mention MSC Radio Network, you'll get $1 off your meal. It's all good at Hanini Subs.
So damn good.
If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com.
Hello, and welcome back to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
Ashley has the hiccups. So if anyone out there in the internet radio fandom knows a quick cure for the hiccups, other than scaring her, I was gonna shout,
works.
and then I was gonna just shout,
No lie.
like during the opening, like I was doing to just shout, but I was like, I don't want to shout into the microphone, because then it's gonna be crisp on the board.
like, oh my God.
I think he'll be more scared than you.
What was that? But it actually does work because I'm like a really jumpy person.
Yeah.
So
Are you? No, it didn't work.
No.
Never mind. Sorry. Anyways, call the show toll free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. At high_on_sports is the Twitter. Hashtag high on sports if you prefer to hashtag. Facebook.com/high on sports. And highonsports.net is the website. It's got the archive of all our past shows, my blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is highonsports.net. Get into the chat room. It has a place for our password, but you can just leave that blank, courtesy of us. That one's on us. We got that. You just put up a name, make up a name, whatever you want. poop still available. Always a hot commodity. Simply type their name, hit enter. You immediately logged in and talking to whoever else may be in there besides Von Erich and myself and everybody.
My computer
All
never
right.
works.
No, your computer. If you went to the chat, it would just. I don't think your computer would be. It would just
I
die.
tried to. Well, every time I tried to, I just gave up on loading the page because
Not that you need a fancy computer to hear the show or to be in the chat.
mine's
or
just
anything.
literally a piece
Hers
of
is
crap.
just really.
Really bad.
Like, it's more like for design purposes. Like, this is just for show. This is for decoration purposes. This is for, like, if you're on the bus and you don't want anybody annoying you.
You just pretend
take
you're
out
actually using a
She
computer.
takes out her laptop and, like, you put in headphones. Really,
Pretend you're
nothing's
doing
in
stuff.
there.
Yeah, no,
but
nothing's
everybody's just like,
happening.
well, I won't disturb her. She's clearly hard at work on what I think is a computer. All right, it is round 2. Let's go.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, my God. That was awesome.
Holy shit!
Oh my God! This show has descended into chaos. Oh, whoa. Awesome.
Did you get rid of your hiccups?
I think so.
There you go. I did my job.
I think my heart stopped too.
Oh, you're gonna die. You're dying. You're dying.
Holy crap!
All right, it's round 2. Ding, ding, ding. All right, we do have a show to do, so we'll try to do that.
Okay.
Actually, you can take 5. if you
Yeah,
need to.
I need
You need to
5.
Catch your breath and stuff. That was intense.
Crap.
That was intense.
I said I'm a jumpy person. He goes kicking in the door like a madman.
All right, well, it is time for what's urinating us off, and we're going to start as we always do with Von Erich. Von Erich, what's urinating you off?
Well, just this past week, world-renowned singer Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh, definitely renowned.
Yeah, was
Call me maybe.
in where was this? Tampa Bay.
This
Yeah.
was the Tampa Bay. This was the
Yeah,
race.
and they decided to let her throw out the first pitch, and
Which we'll show to you as soon as we possibly can.
yeah, we do have a video of that.
Would you like to, in the meantime, talk more about her musical career?
Well,
Have
here's
you?
my
Here's a
number.
quick
that-
question.
that's where I'm stuck.
Have you?
Call me maybe.
Here's a question for both of you. Have you ever heard any other song that she's done
Nope.
with that?
She sang a song with that one owl group.
Owl City, yes. I
The
recall
Owl
that.
Men.
She was
The
like
Owl Street Boys.
she was on that song too, but other than that, no,
That was
she has
Hank
Call Me
Hooter
Maybe.
and the Owls.
Isn't it Owls 2 Men?
I don't. Anywho, yeah, that's been it. She's done nothing, son, nothing. No other songs.
Owls 2 Men? That's
But,
one of my
let's let her
favorite
throw out this first pitch without, actually making sure that she can throw the ball.
All right, we ready to play that, Chris?
Here is the first pitch of the ball game. Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh, dear
This is all I'm
Lord.
going to tell you is you're going to have to go back. She gives it a great effort here, but you're going to have to go back to 2009. The official belt holder for the worst ever first pitch of a ball game was Baba Booey. But that one right there is going to give her
Baba Boo. Oh my God! It literally.
Baba Booey.
I don't know,
strike after strike
but
after strike. She just held on to it a little bit too long right there.
held on to it too long. I don't think. I think she only let it go because it fell out of her hand and went straight into the dirt.
She threw that at the ground.
Maybe.
She threw that right at the ground.
That was horrible.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, if you're gonna let someone throw out the first pitch, make sure they can throw the damn ball.
Yeah.
Baba Booey is from the Howard Stern show, the producer that Gary
Yes,
Dell'Abate.
I know.
All right.
Oh.
Wow, that was embarrassing. Just threw it right at the ground. Hey, you know what? She looked good in a Rays uniform, though, so that's what counts.
That's probably why they put her out there.
That's what counts, people. Come on.
But, I mean, they don't have, tryouts for this?
They said she was throwing
That's a bunch of BS. I don't believe it. No. I can throw better than that.
97 down the middle. That's what they said. They said the gun said 97.
Oh, what urinates me off is these teams keep asking the wrong people to throw out the first pitch.
Yeah.
Now, Ashley here has more credentials
Right?
to throw out the first pitch
Exactly.
than Carly Rae Jepsen.
I can throw,
She's the
yeah.
host of a sports talk show that has seen the world throughout.
Yeah.
Amateur status softball player, too.
Yeah, I am.
Got that?
Yeah, add in the sports background. What has
Exactly.
Carly Rae Jepsen played? Besides for the skin
A
flute.
one-hit wonder.
Well, she's Canadian, so I'm sure she played hockey.
It doesn't look like she's an athlete.
No. I think there's competitive.
It's not like I don't think.
More
yeah, she's not from Tampa Bay. I mean, it'd be one thing if she was from Tampa Bay and they were throwing her a bone because she's coming back to her hometown. But I don't know how they would even end up with her.
She's from what is that? Mission, British Columbia, Canada.
Come on, Tampa Bay.
Genres are pop, dance.
Find some
and
people
pop
who
rock.
are worthy and can actually throw it towards the plate.
If this had
not
happened in
hard
Toronto,
left.
I might excuse him.
Exactly, like it was the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I
They'd be
might
like,
excuse
please, none of
that.
our pitchers
'Cause,
are doing better than that.
And she's, Canadian. Bitch ain't even from Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And okay, hey, we might give you a shot at throwing out this first pitch, but first we got to make sure you can throw the ball. She's probably never thrown a baseball in her life.
No, she
didn't
was
even
on,
know how to do it and just went, oh.
She was on Canadian
hard left.
Idol. Who knew that?
They have that? That's a thing?
I'm assuming it's like American Idol, but
With Canada?
not real. I don't know. So,
Wow.
she's not a pitcher.
Clearly.
Not a pitcher.
I'm pretty sure I could throw better left-handed.
She, according to my research here, she does not have an athletic background.
No.
No.
See, any one of us could do better. Why the hell don't we get throw out the first pitches? I'll go down to Cleveland, throw it
Bigger
right down the
question
pipe.
is, why hasn't Ralphie gone out and sang the national anthem yet?
Exactly.
Right?
It would be beautiful.
You sing the national anthem, then me and Von Erich, one of us will throw out the first pitch, the other one will catch it.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Exactly. All high on sports opening.
All-star lineup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing this at the All-Star game? Why isn't it me in front of thousands of pissed off
What's our budget look like? Why aren't we in New York right now?
Where's
our
Wearing
transportation
Indian gear.
people?
I'm gonna be entirely transparent, but from now on, when there's big sporting events, can we put a thing behind us? Can we just unroll a picture of New York behind us?
We're in New York right
we're
now.
coming to you live from the torch of the Statue of Liberty. Doing the show.
Just chilling
That's
up
what
here.
we're doing.
It's quite a breeze, a little chilly.
That's what we're doing.
We'll just put a fan over it and
What's the next big? We'll figure out the next big thing. It's the World Series. We'll broadcast live from the World Series.
Yeah.
This year, we'll just put up a big poster of
The
wherever
city.
it's going. Or it's probably Cleveland, so we can say we're broadcasting.
Yeah.
Oh, that was bold.
Oh.
That was bold.
Hey, we're rolling.
All right. Well, thank you, Von Erich, for
You're very welcome.
for bringing that to our attention. And now, I understand you have one of a couple of brothers
Oh, God.
wearing some questionable headgear. Go ahead.
Okay, Pouncy brothers, pull your heads out of your ass.
What is it? I always get them confused with the Morris twins in the NBA. I always want to say Marcus and Markeith, but
I thought you were talking
It's
about Morris from the Detroit Lions.
no.
His name is Morris Morris.
Marcus and Markeith Morris. I
then
think they're
there's-
both Rockets
Yeah,
now or
there's
something ridiculous.
Mike and Marquise
They're both
Pouncey.
sons, but
Well,
Mike and
Mike and Marquise Pouncey were partying in Miami over the weekend.
Sure.
And
They went
apparently,
to
Why the
Florida.
hell not?
They went to Florida.
yeah. And their boy, who was their teammate, Aaron Hernandez, who's been popped for, homicide. 'cause-
Execution-style murder is what they're calling.
I mean, we can't say he's guilty because he hasn't been convicted yet. So he, supposedly or
Allegedly is a murderer.
allegedly he's
Allegedly
a murderer.
murdered anywhere between 1 to 3
But
people.
yeah,
Allegedly. Yeah.
one of them execution style.
Exactly.
So, what's their bright idea? Hey, brother, let's make these hats. Okay, brother. What are they going to say? They're going to say, free Hernandez. The dude's potentially a murderer, and you're just going to wear a hat that says free. It's not like he got busted for weed, and he's getting locked up for 10 days. Or got busted for coke, and he's going to jail for however long you go to jail for coke. Something like, this is
If
murder!
you're on coke, it's going to feel like you wouldn't even know.
Now, every time there's a high-profile case, whether it's an athlete, a celebrity, or someone who becomes an instant celebrity, you always have that small percentage of people that are backing them. Free this person, or
Oh,
what? But this, more than any other, seems to be like. He doesn't have any backup at
No,
all.
he has the Pouncey brothers
The
as
Pouncey
backup.
bros.
Let me
Like,
wear
the
this
team
hat.
cut ties with them exactly the moment they
Yeah.
found out.
Oh,
okay,
you haven't even been
yeah.
arrested yet, but you're in connection.
they said if he is arrested or if he's brought in by
Yeah.
police, at all, done.
Yeah, they
It was
brought
that
him in for
morning-
questioning. Boom.
It was
done.
arrested, taken in by the police, and then cut.
Yeah.
It was not a good day. Not a good day to
No.
be Hernandez.
So I'm like, are you really, like, gonna wear a hat that says, let's free this murder? I saw a Facebook meme, like, a while ago. It was the funniest thing ever. It's like, why everybody's always free my whoever, boo-boo? Then it's like, no, boo-boo.
Had a heart attack there.
Boo-boo raped 6 women, shot 3 people, and robbed a bank. Keep his ass in there. The dude probably killed the guy. Do not free his ass.
I think here's why I think it's spectacularly dumb, like brilliantly dumb. Is like, and I told you this. There's 2 guys here. Guys have done this, where it's like, okay, like one brother,
Yeah.
Mike Pouncey does it, and then the next day, like, I want to apologize. That was a pretty dumb move.
Yeah.
This is 2 dudes.
This is 2 dudes.
This is one dude said, you know what's a
talking
good
to-
idea? Making a free Hernandez hat. The other one sat there, processed it, and
said,
thought,
yeah,
it is.
Normally it's just
it
one
is.
guy.
It is.
Like we were talking earlier, it's one guy, and he's got no one to tell him no difference. Who just goes out and does
Exactly.
something
So
stupid.
he does something stupid and
because
it
no
just
one's
happens.
there to tell him no. But this was two people, literally, got together and was like, "Hey, this is a good idea." And instead of the other one going, "No, that's a stupid idea,"
I'll tell you what.
he goes, "Yeah, it is a good idea. Let's wear some free Hernandez
And I'll tell you what,
hats."
you can say this, is that they were brothers. So, brothers, they have each other's backs. I have a twin brother. We shared the womb together, like as a team, as a unit. And if he came up to me with some idea like this, we had a friend who was like, yeah, he went to jail because he execution-style murdered someone, allegedly. Let's get free whoever hats. I'd look him right in the eye and be like,
No, that's the dumbest idea you've
Not
ever
only
come
am
up
I
with.
not doing that, I'm not going to allow you to do
Right?
that.
I will
I'm
beat
gonna
you
call
and
it
tie you to the house.
executive powers of brotherhood to say that you're
Veto
not
this
allowed.
decision.
Brother veto. He should have used his brother veto.
Right?
People don't realize they have that unless you have
No,
a brother.
and
You have
they-
one brother veto.
They just
Shoulda
went
used it.
out and was like, hey, let's free a murderer.
Free
Allegedly.
Hernandez.
Alleged murderer.
Alleged murderer,
Alleged
whatever.
murderer. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. He wasn't. And then I heard a big debate going on some shows where he was just removed from NCAA, right before it came up, because NCAA is its new feature in this new game, which I got to go out and get. Is the new NCAA has like you make like almost like a fantasy style team where you unlock people and you play them as your team and you go online and play other people and stuff. Like you make your own like college team made up of former players. So like we're Buckeyes or something, so we'd unlock like Archie Griffin and Troy Smith, build like a Legends Buckeye team. Well, Florida, one of them is Aaron Hernandez. It was. They deleted it right before the game was released and everything. So then I'm hearing people debate like, well, they can't do that because he's still on trial. That's you saying that he's guilty. No. That's not EA saying crap. That's EA saying we're not going to put in a guy who's currently in trial.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson is not in any of the NFL games.
Why?
Because guess what? O.J. Simpson might have killed a guy.
And maybe his wife. He is in
Exactly.
jail now, though,
True.
because,
memorabilia.
yeah,
stealing
he
it and
pistol
stuff.
whipped a guy to steal all his memorabilia back.
Sure. But I just mean the fact is like people were like getting upset that it's like, why'd you take him out of the game? There's still a trial. I thought it was innocent until proven guilty.
No,
You're acting like being in a football video game is one of your God-given rights.
But you know
like
what?
That's
At
in
the
the
same-
Constitution.
Yeah.
You can vote, pursuit of happiness, own land, whatever, and be in
Yeah,
NCAA
and you know what?
2014.
And-
it's not there.
And even with the Patriots cutting him so quick, even if he didn't shoot him, he was still with him. Because there was still evidence. He was with him that night. So I'm like, you were still somewhere there.
Exactly. He's
Even if
involved
you
in some way.
allegedly weren't the one who pulled the trigger.
The biggest thing
so
people forget is
they don't want to be associated with associates.
in this country you are innocent
Yeah.
until you're proven guilty, sure.
But with the media,
but not even just obviously with the media you're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
But in our court system you are innocent until proven guilty, so your rights are not fully taken away from you until you're proven guilty. But people keep thinking, "Oh, I was drafted by the Patriots. Being a Patriot, that's my right." It's
No.
not. It's up to the Patriots.
Yeah,
It's up to Kraft if you're a Patriot.
Yeah.
Kraft said you're not a Patriot anymore. You don't get that. That's not just yours. That's
because
not
it's not your team. It's
life-
his team.
in
He's
life,
the one who owns the
you
team and
can
the one
have-
who pays you.
You can have all the air you want
Yeah.
for free no matter what. No one can ever take that from you aside from killing you, which you might have done.
Which
but
you
you can
may
have
have done.
all the air you want and you will never have to pay for that for the most part. But you're not guaranteed to be a professional football player.
No.
You lost that. It is very thin ice. You're held to different standards, but that's just how it is. And you blew it, and that is why you are now in jail.
Yeah, because he's
and
being
you
held
will
on
probably
remand.
Stay there.
And they don't normally hold people on remand unless they have some pretty hard evidence.
That's what everybody says. Like with Vic, it was never like, oh, maybe he'll get out of it. The FBI and everything like that, when it's a high-profile guy, they don't knock on your door until they're sure they have enough that they got
Because
you.
they know you can obviously afford, like, the best attorneys in the world. They're not going to come at you unless they have a pile of evidence
Absolutely.
that they can prove something with, because they know if they just come at you on a whim like any normal citizen who can't afford a $700,000 a year lawyer, they're like me. I'd be screwed.
Like the FBI and stuff, they can't afford from a public image standpoint and everything to lose these high-profile trials. That's why they wait. They wait, and by the time they've come to you, it's already too late.
They
All
got
right.
so much evidence on you, you're done.
3 up, 3 down time. We're on the show like we always do. Down number 3, Meta World Peace, the artist formerly known as Ron, amnestied by the Lakers this week. And Whole Foods
guacamole dip.
Whole Foods never put those juicy oranges on sale.
Nope.
Can you believe that? And now they have to find a new Whole Foods in New York because he just signed with the Knicks. So not that down. Oh well, too late. I put it down this morning. Down number 2, Freddie Freeman, Braves first baseman. Injured his thumb after being voted in for the final All-Star spot and has officially been ruled out for the game. Down at number 1, Tyson Gay. Tested positive for banned substance, pulling out of the World Championship, and who knows about his Olympic status. He's not trying to deny it.
Run for America.
He's not trying to deny it. He's saying, this is because I put my trust in some people I clearly shouldn't have. Up number 3, Greg Van Neal, Indians fan, caught 4 foul balls yesterday. Odds are roughly 1 in 1 trillion of that happening. Guy better have bought his Mega Millions ticket right after. And up number 2, Tim Lincecum threw a no-hitter this weekend.
How is he not number 1?
Because somebody else was number 1.
It's a no-hitter.
And a 9-0 win over the Padres after throwing 148 pitches. If it was a perfect game, he's number 1, but it's a no-hitter. Up number 1,
Still.
Phil Mickelson. Won the Scottish Open for his first ever win in Europe despite competing there for 20 years.
Beat out a no-hitter?
20 years.
Golf beat out a no-hitter.
20 years Phil Jackson's
I'm disappointed
been competing.
in you.
20 years
You just
Phil
call him
Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
I did every time just now. Phil Mickelson. 20 years Phil Mickelson has been competing in Europe, and he finally got his first win.
You put golf over a no-hitter.
I said Phil Mickelson
148 pitch, 46, whatever pitch, no-hitter.
All I said was Phil Mickelson had a better week than Tim Lincecum. All right. That's going to wrap it up for us this week. Next week, I'm going to try so hard to have baseball lead off. I swear to God, if any big trade happens in the NBA or NFL or something, that's out of my hands. But I'm going to try. But that is going to do it for us this week. So for Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, I'm Ralphie saying good night, everybody. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Thanks for listening to High on Sports on MorningShowCentral.com.
4